Bacterial Growth on a Toothbrush by Coriel Kyles and Madisyn Swan. What happens when using a toothbrush over the recommended time? If you use your toothbrush over the recommended time, it can cause bacteria and excessive bacteria growth. Not buying a new one or replacing your old one can cause various different health problems. Some of the bacteria that grows on your toothbrush is Staph and E. coli. Our hypothesis was, can waiting too long to buy a new toothbrush can cause many different bacteria to grow and could potentially harm you. Waiting longer to buy a toothbrush will not affect you in any way. Waiting longer to buy a toothbrush is good and can help you out. Our materials were a Colgate toothbrush, Colgate electric one, dissecting microscope, agar, and toothpaste. Our procedure. First, we gathered our toothbrushes and cut the bristles off. Then we put the brushes in 8 separate weigh boats with 10 liters of distilled water in each. We gathered 10 petri dishes, but 2 of them are controlled. Next, we put only the liquid from the toothbrush in the agar container. We cleaned the bristles with hydrogen peroxide, and then we added 10 liters of distilled water into the weigh boat. We took a sample of that and put it into the agar. Then we repeated the previous 2 steps, but with alcohol instead of peroxide. Then we put both peroxide and alcohol onto the bristles and then put 10 liters of distilled water and collected a sample and put it onto the agar. Our data that we collected, we found that the old toothbrush, 4 quadrants were covered with bacteria, and the new one, the first brush, was dispersed into colonies. The only way to get no bacteria present was to add peroxide and alcohol both. Our conclusion was, if you brush your teeth one time, there wouldn't be that much bacteria. According to the data, even if you use your toothbrush one time for a whole month, it has bacteria and increases every time you use it. If you keep your toothbrush on the counter or by your sink or anywhere left out with no cover on it, every time you flush your toilet or wash your hands, bacteria from that gets onto your toothbrush. So if you defecate or urinate and flush the toilet with your toothbrush uncovered, the bacteria gets all over your toothbrush.